A commission looking into changes in federal election boundaries has dramatically redrawn the map of Vancouver Island. It says the island's growing population warrants the addition of another member of parliament to serve our needs in Ottawa. But to make room, everyone else needs to move over. CTV's Gord Kurbis has that story.
Stupid. And that's not a kind word, but it doesn't make any sense at all.
The president of the NDP's Riding Association for Vancouver Island North is reacting to a proposed boundary change announced yesterday. The change is one of a series being contemplated to make room for another riding to be added to the island, which would bring the total to 7.
It's hard to know whether you should fall into the cynical view that because this Elections Canada is being done under a Conservative government, the pressure was on to come up with 2 ridings that would favor the Conservatives. That's what it appears to be.
Vancouver Island North would expand to include the majority of the Powell River Regional District, which was linked to West Vancouver. The change would keep the town of Comox, but would shift the rest of the Comox Valley to link up with places like Parksville, Port-Alberni, and Tofino, in a riding to be called Courtenay-Alberni.
Well, it'll be interesting. I mean, we have a good relationship with our MP. We've received lots of good federal support for many of our projects, and hopefully we would continue to do so.
The mayor of Comox is hoping there would still be a close cooperation in the area, even though the rest of the Comox Valley would be served by a different MP.
There's a lot in common between Comox and Courtenay, and of course Cumberland. So, when it comes to federal matters, if that's what happens, then we'll certainly be talking to 2 MPs.
To the south, Nanaimo would then split from Alberni and become Nanaimo-Ladysmith, a loss of 1 MP for the city. Other shifts on the island would also take place, all with the goal of keeping each riding's population as close as possible to 100,000.
Carving it up, they're trying to go by numbers, and yet that displaces parts of our community.
Catherine Bell owns a restaurant in Courtenay now, but spent 3 years as a member of Parliament for Vancouver Island North. She says she appreciates the task the commission was faced with, but says Courtenay will now be linked with areas it had little connection with.
We're moving south into, Parksville, Qualicum, which is more associated probably with Nanaimo, North Nanaimo, but no matter what they do to get the right amount of numbers, it's going to be a challenge for us.
It will be up to a House of Commons committee to study the proposal to determine if the changes are good ones, all in preparation for the next federal election. Gord Kurbis, CTV News, Courtenay.